Have you ever heard a story so bizarre that it felt like fiction? What if I told you that real-life cases can have twists crazier than any movie? Today, we're diving into a case that has one of the most insane twists you'll ever hear. But here's the catch: by the end, you'll question what you think you know about truth and deception. This is the story of John Sanders, a man who was on trial for a crime no one believed he committed. But what really happened? Let's dig in and uncover the facts. Section 1: The Crime. It all began on a cold winter night. John Sanders was arrested for the murder of his neighbor, Rachel Brooks. The evidence seemed overwhelming. There were his fingerprints on the murder weapon, his DNA at the crime scene, and even a witness who claimed to see him fleeing the scene. But what if I told you there was something everyone missed? Can one mistake change everything? Section 2: The Investigation. The police worked quickly to gather evidence. The murder weapon, a kitchen knife, was found with John's fingerprints. Forensic teams found strands of his hair at the crime scene. It all seemed airtight. But here's the first twist: none of it made sense to John. In his defense, John claimed he was being framed. He said that on the night of the murder, he was miles away. Sounds like a typical criminal's excuse, right? But hold on, this is where things start to get interesting. Section 3: The Alibi. John's alibi rested on one crucial piece of evidence: surveillance footage from a gas station miles away from the crime scene. It showed him filling his car at the exact time the murder took place. So how could he be in two places at once? Here's where the twist begins. When detectives reviewed the footage, they noticed something strange. The man on camera didn't move quite like John. Could it be someone else wearing a disguise? Or was this a well-executed setup? Have you ever wondered how easily a person's identity can be mimicked? Could this be a case of mistaken identity, or something more sinister? Section 4: The Double Life. Just when you think this case couldn't get more bizarre, investigators discovered that John had been living a double life. Behind the seemingly normal facade, John was involved in a secret world of high-stakes poker, where he made powerful enemies. The people he crossed weren't just rivals, they had the resources and connections to pull off something big. Was John framed by one of his opponents? Or was there an even deeper conspiracy at play? Section 5: The Plot Thickens. As the trial went on, a new suspect emerged, someone no one expected: Rachel's own brother, Peter Brooks. He had the motive, access to the murder weapon, and connections to John's poker rivals. Could he have set the stage to make John the fall guy? The more detectives dug into Peter's life, the more suspicious it became. He had debts, enemies, and everything to gain from Rachel's death. But how far was he willing to go to cover his tracks? How far would you go to protect yourself? Could Peter really have orchestrated the perfect crime, or is this just another twist in an already insane story? Section 6: The Unbelievable Twist. Finally, the moment of truth arrived in court. But just as the jury was about to deliver its verdict, something unbelievable happened. Someone came forward with a confession. And it wasn't John, Peter, or anyone else connected to the case. In an astonishing twist, a mystery figure confessed to staging the entire thing, motivated by a deep grudge against both John and Peter. This person had been hiding in plain sight the entire time, orchestrating every move like a master puppeteer. This revelation blew the case wide open, leaving everyone speechless. The real killer wasn't even on the radar until the very last moment. Talk about a plot twist. Section 7: Conclusion: The Aftermath. With the real mastermind exposed, John was finally cleared of all charges, but the damage was done. His life would never be the same, and neither would Peter's. This case serves as a chilling reminder that sometimes, the truth is stranger than fiction. What would you have done if you were in John's shoes? Can we ever really trust what we see, or are we all just one twist away from questioning reality? Thank you for watching. If this story blew your mind, make sure to subscribe for more insane cases like this. And remember, reality is often far stranger than any fiction.